Unit 3, mini quiz 5. What value of y makes the equation below true? So we're going to write the 2y minus 15 equals 17 one more time and work this out. So we're going to put our dividing line here. And now one thing you need to remember is that when you're identifying like terms, if it is on the opposite side, do you guys remember what you put?
Yes.
Opposite side.
Operation.
Opposite operation. Please write this again for people. Opposite side, opposite operation. Since you're done, go ahead and change it with someone, okay? Just so they can grade theirs, anyone's. Okay, and then if it is on the same side, let's change the color. If it is on the same side, you're going to combine like terms. So if I go to this and I say, all right, I have negative 15 here. What is the like term with negative 15? 17. And 2y didn't have any like terms, that's why I didn't start there. So negative 15 and 17, are they on the same side or opposite side of that line?
Opposite.
So opposite side, then opposite operation. So if this operation is subtraction, what is the inverse operation?
Addition.
Addition. So we are going to add 15 both sides. What is 17 plus 15? Go ahead. 32. 32 equals, and then 2y. What operation is 2y? What operation is 2y even? So when they're really close like that, what is the operation? Okay. Call on someone for me. Help me out. Multiplication. Now, what is the inverse operation of multiplication, Jacob? Division. So we are going to divide by what? What do we want to move? 2. So y is equal to how much? 16. Okay, so what's your answer?
16.
D. So if they picked A, B, or C, that is not correct. Now for the grading, put +1 if it's D, +0 if it's anything else. What's that? Okay, but she picked the right one? Alright, good. Okay, moving on. Okay, what value of y makes the equation below true? 3y minus 8 equals 10. So we have to do what first, Shimon? Good. What are you drawing? Good. So you're going to put this dividing line, so that way you can use these notes up here. Opposite side, opposite operation, same side, combine like terms. So we have 3y minus 8 equals 10. We are going to do, well, what are the like terms?
8
Anthony.
and 10.
Anthony, what are the like terms? Now, you're correct, it's the 8, but you got to include the negative. So it's a negative 8 and 10. Good. Now, if you have the negative 8 and 10, you read this as subtraction. Valerie, what is the inverse operation of subtraction? Try one more time. Inverse of subtraction. So I take away, the opposite would be positive, which is? So opposite of subtraction, you have these choices: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Take it slow. Inverse operation of subtraction. So inverse operation of multiplication would be division, right? Inverse of division would be multiplication. Inverse of subtraction would be Okay, someone raise their hand. Valerie, I want you to call on them and listen to their answer. So we're going to add what number? What number do you think we're adding, guys? 8. Oh, not negative 8, because we want to get a 0 right here. If we get a 0, anything plus 0 is just that thing. So if I do 3y plus 0, it's really just 3y, right? So this is why we want to get a 0 here, because we're getting closer to getting the variable alone. What is 10 plus 8? 18. Now, 3y is multiplication. What's the inverse operation of multiplication? Division. Okay. Ethan, if you are dividing, what number do you need to divide by to get y alone? What number do you want to move? Think of it like that. Awesome. You want to move 3 to get y alone. So you're dividing by 3. So y is equal to, Victor? Y is equal to? 6. Okay, so C is your answer. A, B, and D do not work. Now what if you forget all of these steps we're going over? Does anyone have a way where we can use the answers to figure this out? Here's your hint. Why did I leave that y blank? So you can plug it in. So if we plug it in and it comes out to 10 equals 10, we know that's the correct answer. Anything else won't work. So if I plug in 6 here, right, this would be 18 minus 8 equals 10. 10 equals 10. So if you forget all of these steps, you can also substitute in, but you would have to do it for all 4 of these. Now if you plug in negative 5, you're going to get something that's not going to be equal, so you would actually get, what's 3 times negative 5? Negative 15. Negative 5, negative 15 minus 8 equals 10. What is negative 15 minus 8? Negative 23. Are these two equal? Negative 23 and 10? No. So you know that negative 5 wouldn't work, and you could cross it off and go through these problems just like that. Okay, both are okay, as long as you're getting the correct answer. Okay, plumber charges a $50 service fee and a $25 per hour for any job. Thank you. Hey, thank you. If the bill was $125, how many hours did the plumber work? So we know we're going to plug it into y equals mx plus b, right?
Yes.
Now I'm not doing the whole FAIR model where we do the visualization, the keywords, everything like that. That was kind of your crutch. It's something where that's to get you used to word problems again, because you've seen them before. Now, $50 service fee and $25 per hour are the two things you're looking at. We only need to find out your m and your b to make the equation, and then figure out where to put the 125 on the y or x. So, Natalie, $50 service fee, is that a variable or a constant? Remember, a variable is something that changes depending on information. A constant stays the same. Good, it's a constant. So a service fee is a one-time fee. So this is going to be your M or B. Good job. This is your B. Please write on the other person's paper that this is your B. Put a B up here, so they have good notes for when they're going to be studying. And then $25 per hour, it kind of, you know what it's going to be at this point, because there's only 2 options and there's 1 left. So Adrian, what is $25 per hour? Is that a variable or a constant? A variable, right? So it changes depending on how many hours he's working. Is that your M or B? Awesome job. Now that we have our M and B, all we need to do is plug it in. Michael D. What would the equation be? So help me plug this in. What's M?
25x plus 50.
Awesome job. Now notice we haven't used the 125 yet. So before I use that, I'm going to change the variables. So we know it's 25 plus 50. What do you want to put for the x instead? What would you multiply by? Hours. So what's the variable you would want to pick? H. Okay, Michael A. Where's Michael A? Huh? Well, he answered for Michael D. So now you are Michael A. You're going to confuse me now. All right, so 25H equals, what do you think we're putting for the Y? Go ahead. C. Please do not answer for other people. You can keep going. So Michael D. We're going by your real name now. What should I put in, or where should I put the 125? Because that's why I wanted to change the cost in hours. Now it may make more sense where we're plugging in. Good. Now that we have the cost, are you guys writing this for the person?
Yes.
All right. Now that we have this cost here, we just need to solve it like the first two. So we're going to take that 125 equals 25h plus 50 and solve. So it's almost like we're doing one more of the first two problems. Are you getting that? Be ready. I'm going to start calling on people. Okay, Robert, what's your first step? Don't look at me all upset. I went off of the iPhone. I didn't make this. I wasn't even calling you. The iPhone did. Well, I probably would have called on you. Okay, what do you do first? Very first step. In order to use these notes that we made on the top, opposite side, opposite operation, same side, combine like terms. Do we have two sides? Show me. What are the two sides? I don't see them yet. So what do you put to make two sides? Awesome job. A line down the middle. Okay, you are off the hook. Nelly, what are your two like terms? Let's start with 125. Do you see any like terms with 125? So you have two choices. Is 25h a like term, or is 50 a like term with 125? So let's go over like terms one more time. So listen to this, okay? Raise your hand if you have the answer. Nelly, call on someone. Okay, Michaela, please explain like terms.
Same numbers, like if it doesn't have a variable, you combine the ones without the variable.
Okay, so when it's just the number, those are like terms. And then what else with variables? They have to have the same variable. And one more thing that we haven't practiced much because we're not there yet, but the same exponent. Okay, you think you're ready now? Do you see which is the like term, Nelly? Which one? Awesome job. Okay, these two are like terms. Nathan, same side or opposite? Which one? One 25 and 50 are on opposite sides. So since it's opposite side, it is what? What did the note say? Nathan. Opposite operation. Layla, what does that mean? Inverse operation. So what would you want to move, the 125 or the 50? The 50. Joshua, why would you want to move the 50 and not the 125? And I'm going to tell you now it is the correct thing you want to move. You can move both, but this will have less steps. Why would you want to move 50?
Because it is
That's a nice reason, because you wouldn't have to deal with the negative. Because if you subtract the 125, you wouldn't have to deal with the negative. But there was another reason I had in mind. Let me go to someone else. Tegan. She left. Lisa not here. Jesse James. You can try. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so that was Joshua's reason. I want you to think of what the ultimate goal is. What's the very last line you see on these problems? So let's look at the second problem up here. This very last line. What do you notice about what's on the left side, what's on the right? A variable and a number. If I move the 125, did I get closer to having just the variable alone? If I move the 50, did I get closer to having the variable alone? So, Jesse James, rephrase that for me. Okay, think about it and then tell me. And give him like 5 seconds to think how you want to phrase it, and then tell me. No Jeopardy noises. Okay, let me know when you're ready. Okay, no, I'm not going to call on someone else. Everyone, I want you to explain this at your table. Hold on. I'm going to say x plus 1. Raise your hand. X plus 1. Raise your hand. If you don't have x plus 1, then x plus 2. Raise your hand. I want you to explain at your table why you would want to move the 50 instead of the 125. Do that in 20 seconds. Okay, look up here. Since the bell is about to ring, I'm sure you have the answer now. We're going to subtract 50. Subtract 50. 125 minus 50. 75. Divide by 25. Divide by 25. 25 goes into 75 3 times. H equals 3. A is your answer. Put plus 1. Okay, make sure you have it graded. Add it up. On the side, say out of 3, how many out of 3 did they get? Bell rings soon, so I need you to return it to the person's desk quickly.